got her some food.
I would like to say so, but that's
And
also...
he got donuts for himself. She wouldn't eat the dog food, so he just fed her some donuts.
At the end of the day,
So
you know, you just gotta be realistic about yourself. People say, like, what are your best recommendations to get into acting? Be good, move to LA. That's it. You know, if you want to expand your opportunity, it's not going to happen in Milwaukee. It's not going to. It's not going to. If they cast anything in Milwaukee, it's because they wanted to save money and not buy somebody an airline flight, and they don't care about the role. Everything important is casted out of LA. If you're serious about it, move to LA. If you're dabbling, you be held accountable for your results. If you're committed, fucking pick up and leave. You know, burn your bridges. That's what I said.
It's deep.
It's true. Be good and burn your bridges. Who's next? Yes?
How do you know that actors get to the point where they're unappreciative of the audience and for lack of better terms, just ask what to do?
Upbringing. Bad upbringing. Shitty work ethic. Too much free shit. I tell you, man, if you found it on the other side of adversity, you'll appreciate it till the day you die. If it was handed to you, if it came easy, you'll laugh at it. And one day it'll laugh at you. I'll tell you, man, it's like, I've had a lot of jobs in my life. I don't take this for granted at all. It could go in a heartbeat. I can't convey to you guys what it feels like to have a room fill up with you guys just want to hear me talk. It's kind of stupid. I mean, I appreciate the shit out of it. I'm enamored, I'm grateful, I'm all of those things, to an exponent of 50. And I'll be perfectly honest with you guys. I don't know if you guys know what a green room is. A green room is, they have one here for the actors to go back and lounge and talk about it. And I can't tell you how I want to choke people unconscious when I go back there and I hear an actor going, fuck, how many more hours of this shit do we have? I'm like, you know what, motherfucker. Got a long
You
line
can
of
go,
people
boo.
who want to tell you they love you. There's nothing the human being needs as much as nourishment for their own self-esteem. And they're fucking willingly giving it to you. So fucking blow me, you ungrateful fuck.
Woo!
I don't say that to get applause, but I mean it. That makes me angry, you know? We should be so lucky. I haven't got a real job in 20 fucking years. And I know what a real job is. It's the kind of thing that you would not do unless somebody pays you to do it. And I do this shit for free. I do this shit for free. You know? And I don't take it for granted at all. I'm very grateful, and I hope it continues because I absolutely love it. Yes, sir.
Brother, thank you for being real. And I can say that. And so my question is, do you miss Texas living in LA?
Absolutely. The first tweet when I got off the plane was, I fucking love the smell of Texas in the morning. Did I make one of those when I landed in Cleveland? Say it again.
I just moved back home to Austin after 10 years in LA. I just gotta still work out there, but
Yeah. Man, I gotta tell you, I love
come
Texas.
back home.
Brother, you have no idea how close I am, man. You know, zero state income tax, man. You walk in a grocery store, somebody says good morning, and they don't look at you like you're fucking crazy. What's that? What's that?
My wife's from LA.
Oh man, I'll tell you, hey, God bless LA. I love it. It's got a lot of neat things. When you go in the grocery store, the guy behind the check, you're like, good morning. He's like,
I know.
I say good morning, man. I'm like a rock, dude. I don't want to stand there. Good morning. I hope shit's good for you. I hope it's smiling. I'll tell you this, man. I just sold my first LA house in the hills. You know, right by the Hollywood sign, overlooking the city. There's a panty dropper in my bachelor pad, right? I'll tell you this, I had that house for 10 years, and I knew 2 people on the street.
Yeah.
I can't add words to make that sound more ridiculous. In Texas, when you move to a neighborhood, people come up with cookies. They're like, hey, we're the Johnsons. My dad does work on Volkswagen, so if you need anybody, he's my dad. Oh, also, my mom is a member of the Bridge Club, so if your parents play, it's like that. In LA, if you knock on somebody's door with cookies, they'd be like, whoa, I don't want to touch those. Shake your hand, there's a liability. You could sue me if I squeeze too hard. You know, my kids are in school, but there's no sports because they're all winners. Team. I love Texas, man. I love Texas. I absolutely adore it. It's great when I get off the plane, outside of when they open the door and it goes, the humidity hits me, but I'll take the humidity for the good people. Who's next? Yes, Platty Platt. Say it again.
He's
You know,
from.
I was born in Lake Charles, Louisiana. Really?
Yeah.
Mother of God! I thought it was a population of me! No, there are others!
Dumb
Umbilically connected. I lived there. My mom and dad. My dad got transferred when I was 3, and we moved to a tiny town outside of Houston. I don't know if you guys know Missouri City, Richmond, Rosenberg.
Yeah. Woo!
Ended up going to University of St. Thomas, right in downtown Houston, and went to Dulles High School. So I'm a Texan. All my, up to 3, although I was born in Louisiana, it's like, my mom and granddaddy still lived in Lake Charles. My other grandma and grandpa lived in DeRidder, Louisiana. So I'm straight up Bayou people, man. My granddaddy was a deputy sheriff of Lake Charles, Louisiana. I understood a couple of words that he said. Taught me the coolest shit known to man. My parents were Paul. My granddad, Flanery! Get out of here. Call me out on the porch. Call me by my last name. He taught me some of the cool shit. He'd say, goddamn bear's ass, that's a bunch of mouse pussy shit. I'm like fucking 6. He'd be like, Flanery, get out of here. And he'd be on the porch with James, his buddy. He'd be like, why you ain't a skirt chaser, boy? I'm like, what is, I'm fucking 6. I don't know what fucking Jimmy Johnson's for yet. My granddaddy was the coolest cat I've ever met, and much to my parents' chagrin, he taught me a lot of good stuff. I'll tell you, one of the first time, my first football game, I was raised, my dad was in the Air Force, long line of military people, and I was the first one that actually didn't serve. And when I was on my first football team, I was 6 years old, and when they played the national anthem, you take your hat off and you cover your heart. It's just what you do. I didn't know any different. And we're standing up, lining up, Braeburn Bears, and Angleton Red Devils. And this cat across me kept his helmet on. And I said, did you take your helmet off? And he just looked at me and nodded no. We're facing each other, my team and their team, lined up down the field. So I took the motherfucker's helmet off. And a shuffling scoot, he's holding his helmet. I turned to walk back to line, and he cracked me with his helmet. KO'd me. KO'd me. But afterwards, my granddaddy comes down, big man, 6'2", huge hand, grabs me by my shoulder pads in front, lifts me off the ground, and all the crowd can see him scold me, and he goes, God damn it, I'm proud of you, boy. He puts it down, and everybody's like, well, thank you for scolding him. That's not right to start a fight like that. That's my granddaddy. That's my granddaddy.
Woo!
Same thing, upbringing. A lot of parents will be like shocked at that. LA, oh my God, they fucking social services. They do that shit. Right now, they're probably fucking retroactively trying to go and get in right now. Put this shit on YouTube, they'll be like, look that fucker up. They say his name is Granddaddy, search under G's. LA mentality. Search under G, you'll find him. That's Granddaddy, shit like that. Who's next? Yes.
I just wanted to say I've done 1 tour in Afghanistan and 3 tours in Iraq, and Boondock Saints was always like the second thing that went in my bag.
One of the coolest things that we just had an opportunity to do, and another one of the benefits of being on shows or TV or thing like that is you get invited to go to a USO tour. And he and I went to Djibouti, Bahrain, Dubai. We did a lot of cool stuff, and speaking of martial arts, I got to tour and teach the combatants at a number of those bases, so I got to roll with all the guys. They were out there fighting, I gave them an opportunity to kick the shit out of me, and I had a wonderful opportunity. I'm very grateful for it. It was one of the best experiences. We flew in choppers, shot 50 mils out of the side. It was killer. I'll never forget that day. Me and Rita spent 10 days over there, and we'll do another one. Thank you very much. Who's next? Yes.
Can you still remember the prayer?
I'm sorry?
Can you still remember Buddha's prayer?
Steel cage, baby. Does anybody think I forgot it? Huh? Yes, I know it. I can do it in any fucking dialect you want. What's your favorite dialect?
Yeah, just Texas, bitch. I don't know.
Spanish? We're in Texas. You
Doing his
really,
walking.
you want to really test me? Si fuera batalla el último recuerdo será de ti. You want me to do the prayer in Spanish? I don't know if I can translate that quickly. What's that? Irish? You've heard it? You've all heard it in Irish? What? You want to hear it live? Fuck you, no shit! Little hussy. Who's next? I can't believe nobody came up with like, do it in Uruguayan dialect. Raised in Scotland for 6 months prior to being transferred to Indonesia. Certainly somebody could have fucking Spanish. I mean, we all speak Spanish because we fucking grew up in Texas, right?
Woo!
You go anywhere else, they're like, you're bilingual? That's crazy. 2 of them? Oh my god. Like order and everything in Spanish? No, I can just converse. Count it. Who's next? Yes.
What was your favorite scene from Buddha's
It depends in what context. Like, my favorite scene to shoot, or the one that I really enjoy the final product of. The one that I like watching is ripping the toilet out. Because I'll tell you, I mean, that to me is what the whole story is about. It's about just what we're talking about, overcoming adversity. It's something impossible that you refuse to believe is impossible because, you know, if you have a why, you'll find any how. You know? How do you do it? I'll find out how, because I know why I need to. My brother's been taken away. And that to me is what this whole story is about. You find a way to make that shit happen. You know? What was the funnest on the day was probably blowing up a fucking cat. Because fucking Rocco had no idea. Rocco, God bless, very dear friend of mine, one of the most gentle, warm human beings I've ever met. Rocco on the days like, so Sean, the cat when we shoot it, is it loud? I was like, no, Rocco, it's not. But me and Duff, we practiced it, shooting it in a lake behind Toronto. It was an air cannon that we shoved all kind of shit in. But we're dudes, so it was an air cannon. We were like sticking sandwiches in it. And it sounded like a fucking 12-gauge shotgun. So Rocco came up and he's loud. I'm like, no, Rocco, it's not. It's really quiet. So you have to act whenever it goes off. We had spaghetti, tomato sauce, all kind of shit in there. Although I told Pete it was a real fucking cat. Fuck no. Yeah. Did you do the cat's nails? Yes, we did the cat's nails. Yes, I wear a live rattlesnake as a condom. Fucking swallow it. That was a sincere laugh right there. So on the day, Rocco, he thought he was gonna have to act. And when this fucking thing went off, what you see is real. When you see me and Rita's laughing, we're laughing at fucking Rocco. Rita's like, did that really just happen? He's like breaking characters. He's like, did that really just happen? We're laughing. Rocco jumped out, like pissed himself. He likes to tell the stories like, oh, I was really acting like I was surprised. Oh, fucking shit, Rocco. He fucking jumped out, he fucking pissed himself. And we laughed, we shot that in one take. We laughed for 45 minutes, shut down production because it was that fucking funny. And when the thing went off, I was like, boom, like a can. He wanted to do another take. He was like, no, it scared me. It wasn't focused. You're like, dude, it fucking looked genius. No, please, let me do it again. got time for a couple more, guys. Yes, ma'am. Yes. The question was, since I was young Indiana Jones, you know, I got to tour the country, but actually I got to tour the world. I went to 56 something countries. And what is my favorite country? The United States of America. Think about it. I saw some wonderful cultures. I saw some wonderful places. I loved Prague, Czechoslovakia. Basically, they went through 2 world wars by saying, fuck it, we give up. So there's not any bullet holes anywhere. It's like there's nothing, remnants of the war-ravaged country. And you can walk up to what you think is like an old antique library building or something, and you look in the window and it's like, Big Mac, fuck, this is America. From the outside, it's like a cobblestone street, and it's old architecture with gargoyles hanging over, and you're like, McNugget, fuck it, it's weird. But you're hungry, so you get a large shake. But Prague was one of my favorite places. I mean, I went to all the Gaudi structures in Barcelona.